What's up, people? It's your boy Blue, and you're watching the Carlos Forche channel. This is my second video, and this is my first video um, on Chelsea FC. I did say that I would do my first video at the end of the transfer market. And yes, unless you've been under a rock all summer, you know that we are now the world champions and the mighty Blue Lions. We are reigning supreme in terms of world football right now. It's about time we started to bring some trophy to our club. Um, I must say that I'm I'm impressed with some of the signings this summer. I'm impressed with some of the sales, and some of them I'm not. And I'll go into them really quickly. As you know, to update, unless you've been under a rock, we bought Yao Pedro from Brighton for 63 million euros, Jamie Gittins from Borussia Dortmund for 56 million euros. Pardon me. Alejandro Garnacho from Man United for 46 million euros. Uriel Hato from Ajax for 44 million euros. We bought in Liam Delap from Ipswich for 35 million euros. We bought Esteval from Palmeiras for 34 million euros. Dario Esugo from Sporting Lisbon for 22 million euros. And we have Mamadou Sow, who we bought from Strasbourg for 14 million euros. And Kendry Paez from Independiente for 10 million euros. We also have a loan fee, we paid a loan fee of 2.5 million or 2.3 million euros for Facundo Bayanote from Brighton. And yeah, just while we're on the tip, I'm impressed with Yao Pedro. Obviously, he's scoring, he's doing what he does. He's a striker who can play as a number 10 as well. So we do have some good options there. He's also able to play cover on the wings if necessary, like if we have some really bad injuries. Jamie Gittins is in the squad. Although I wasn't in favor of this purchase, I do believe I thought we was going to buy him and loan him out or loan him back to Borussia Dortmund or to another Premiership club just for him to get used to the pace and everything. He will improve, but he's got a long way to go. I don't think he's the guy that's ready there now. Alejandro Garnacho, I know his stats are really good. He scores a lot of goals and that, but they are from off the bench, and his attitude and ego is what worries me. If you dare to be great, then he should be at a Real Madrid or a Barca or a PSG or someone like that. Obviously, I can imagine him really wanting to work with Maresca as he's Argentinian. You know, if you know anything about Argentina, Argentina is an Italian colony, although it's Spanish in their language and everything else. They do have a link with Italy. Lionel Messi, Maradona, what's the other guy's name? Lavezzi, and so forth and so forth. And then you've got your Spanish ones like your Verones, your Ortegas, and your Batistutas. So, and I think even Batistuta is part Italian as well. So it is what it is. I guess every manager tries to do their little revolution. Hopefully this pays off, but Garnacho was one of the ones I wasn't too happy about. I was only really gonna be happy if we'd have got Xavi Simons from RB Leipzig, but he's gone to Tottenham now, so I don't know. Anyway, Hato, I think is good enough to start. I was happy with that purchase. Liam Delap, I'm happy with that purchase. Esteval, I'm very, very happy with that purchase, and I'm happy that he's actually in the first team. And I look forward with great relish to see what he does this season. Dario Isugo is very good. I would have liked us to keep Amalgu. I wasn't in favour of Amalgu going, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Uh, Mamadou Sarr, obviously he's gone back on loan. I'll talk about that. Kendry Paez also, I think he should be in the first team. I think we should have had him instead of Garnacho. I would have much more preferred to have Kendry Paez play off the left wing for cover, off the right wing for cover, even as a number 10 for cover. I just think he's got it. He's got it now. He's had it since he was 15, and I don't know what we're playing at. Facundo Boanorte, I've never really heard of him, so I'll reserve. And I hate to say that, and I watch Brighton a lot. I don't really know too much about this guy, so I'll reserve judgment until he's used. That could turn out to be a really good signing. I don't know. A good loan signing anyway. I don't know. But yes, those were the ins. The departures we had were Noni Madueke to Arsenal for 56 million euros, Christopher Nkunku to AC Milan for 37 million euros, Yao Felix to Al Nassr for 30 million euros, Petrovic to Bournemouth for 28 million euros. Leslie Ogochukwu joined Burnley for 28 million euros. Kiernan Drewsby Hall also joined Everton for 28 million euros. Renato Vega joined Villarreal for 24 million euros. Mando Broja joined Burnley for 23 million euros. We had Chukwu Emeka sign for Borussia Dortmund for 20 million. Nicholas Jackson has gone to Bayern Munich on a loan fee for 16.5 million euros with an option to buy. I think they've got an obligation to buy for an extra 56 million euros. If it doesn't work out, if they don't want him, they'll have to pay like 30 or 40 million euros. So I think it's just better that they just take him, honour their agreement. It's not a gentleman's agreement, it's in the contract, so I'm happy for that at least. But I'm not happy about this transfer. Nicholas Jackson certainly for me is a very good centre forward, but he's a winger. He was originally a winger that was trained there. I think he's done remarkably well. Doesn't get injured that much. He's very reliable. Works hard, and I know that that doesn't mean shit. Every footballer should be working hard, and I hate that as well. Like when people say, "Oh, he's a grafter," because usually that means they're shit. But in his case, like he can graft and he can dribble a ball. He's got very good balance for a man his size. He's in good shape. I actually think he's technically better than Drogba. Yes, I said that. Drogba was good in certain games. He was a game changer and a match winner, but Drogba for me fell on the floor too much. His balance was really, really poor. Yes, he's a legend, but I'm sorry, Nicholas Jackson's a better player technically. And 24 years of age, has scored 40 goals in 80 appearances for us in the Premiership. That's not easy to do, especially when we didn't have any other strikers available and we weren't attacking. For the last 8 years, we've been from Tuchel to Graham Potter to everybody else, we've been very defensive. It wasn't until Raheem Sterling came that we really started attacking, and then obviously Raheem Sterling's ability faded overnight, and that would happen. He's been playing first team football in the Premiership since he was 16, not 18, since he was 16, and now he's 30. It's a 14-year career. Yeah, but anyway, there's that. Amalgu, we didn't see what Amalgu could do. Very silly sale, although people say it was profitable, yes, but This was based, pardon me, this was based off a player that we've never seen. We haven't seen them play or anything like that. Bashir Humphreys joined Burnley for 14 million euros. Kepa went to Arsenal for 5. As you know, Marcus Bettinelli, 2.5 million to Man City. Gilchrist, or Gilchrist, as his name is, right back, 21-year-old. He went to West Brom, joined them for 2.3 million. Lucas Bergstrom, that's a goalkeeper I would have kept. I would have sold Sanchez, kept him, kept Penders and Jorgensen at the club. I think Penders should be starting. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. It's too late now. We've got Sanchez. It is what it is. But he joined Mallorca for a free transfer. I think we could have at least got like a sell-on clause in that. But we didn't. Ben Chilwell has joined Strasbourg. It is unknown whether it's a loan transfer or a transfer. I don't know. That will probably be announced tomorrow. Well, later on today, should I say, because it is now 12:30 on the 2nd of September. Who else? Who else? Who else? Sar's gone to Strasbourg on loan. Penders has, and Paez has. I told you what I think of Paez. Paez should be in the first team. So should Penders. So should Mamadou Sarr. I would have preferred him to stay and play in the under 23s. And just when we've got injuries and that, just bring him in. I think he's ready. I think he's actually ready to pop as well. Aaron Anselmino, we should have kept him as well. I know we have to register a certain amount of players, but what a lot of you lot are not factoring in is that we have a lot of players still that are under the 21-year-old rule, that we don't have to register. And, when you consider Jamie Gittins is 20, Garnacho is 21, Hato is 19, Esteval's 18, Sarr is 19, Paez is 18. There's no problem there. Penders is 19. I don't see the problem. Mark Guiu, also, who's gone to Sunderland on a loan transfer, is 19 years of age. So we were never in danger of not being able to register players. So I get it. It's transfer market. It is a business, but this has been more desperate transfer window. We'll see. We've got a team now where we can mount a serious title challenge. That's the main thing. I'm going to reserve my judgment on where I think we'll finish. I do think we can. We are. Nah, actually, I won't. Actually, I think we could finish. If we don't win it, I do think we can finish second or third, for definite. I've got Arsenal as favourites, clear favourites for me. I know other people. They've got Liverpool, but Arsenal, for most of the game yesterday, even though Liverpool had a little bit more possession or whatever, Arsenal sort of took it to them. It was a bit cagey in the beginning. Arsenal really had some shots, quite a few shots on goal, not a lot on target, but I think they had one on target. Madueke did, I can't really say anything. I'm a bit pissed at the sale of Madueke actually, because I feel like those goals that those when he was through on goal, those one-on-ones he had and everything else, the close ball control, he was cooking that left back Kirkes of Liverpool. Although Kirkes had him in the pocket at first and was shutting him down, once Madueke figured him out, like he was cooking him, and maybe his distribution as well could improve, and maybe to Gyökeres, but he was finding it, and maybe he could go back to finishing the way he did at Chelsea. But I would have kept him instead of having Garnacho and Gittins. I would have been happy if Madueke was there, to be quite honest. But that's just how I think. I look at effectiveness and how close they are playing to their potential. Um, yes, sometimes he might not be great to watch, But I don't care about great to watch. I don't care about the fake flair and all of that. Um, we need goals. We need to mount. We haven't won a lot of Premiership title, league titles, and we need to. This is the season where we need to do it. So I'll reserve my judgment until about the January transfer window and on that. But I would say we've definitely got a strong team to mount a serious challenge. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The videos will come thick and fast. Welcome to the channel. My name's Blue. It's the Carlos Forche channel, and I will cover Queensbury boxing events as well, as I have got my accreditation now. So we'll see what happens for the future. I will be covering, maybe usually I cover all the fighters, all the cards. I will, but I think just from history of me being on YouTube, I'm just maybe just gonna follow the heavyweights for now. As a lot of the fights are in Riyadh, I don't know. I'll go to all the ones in England, and I'll cover the ones in Riyadh. But I don't really want to be going to Saudi Arabia. I'm not, unless I'm making Hajj. Yeah, to be quite honest, I'm not in favor of the hypocrisy right now in Dubai and the Arab Emirates as a whole. Because you got British people going over there and people from the rest of the world going over there drinking, fornicating, gambling. And, as far as I know, Jeddah and Mecca and all them places there is about making Hajj, getting close to Allah. That's what it's supposed to be for. So, although they are putting money into the fights, I wish a lot of the fights would remain in the States and the UK. But that's just how I feel. I'm gonna leave it there. Um, Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of Chelsea's transfer window. Who would you have kept? Who would you have sold? Who would you have bought? What do you feel about it? Are you happy? I'm not really happy. I think it's about a C plus, if I'm being honest, in the transfer window. But hopefully, João Pedro's clinical finishing and just basically his consistency might make me forget about that. Esteval as well is definitely one I'm watching now. I don't like people comparing him to Yamal at Barca or whatever his name is. Um, it's he's just come to the club. This is his first season, so when he's done 2 seasons here, then we can compare him to him. Obviously, that guy is a wonder kid who's broken through at Barca, and he's now a first team player. So, of course, there's no comparison at the moment. But I do believe in the future, Esteval will go on to be a better player than that guy. I'll leave it there. I'm out.